Myself, Dr. Shutaba Datta, and I'm going to discuss on negative feedback with respect to thermoregulation. What is negative feedback? And for that, we have to understand basic idea on feedback loop. In a feedback loop, these components are very much essential. There is a receptor, a control system, effectors, and the methods of communication. The feedback loop is used to control the level of a variable, and in the loop, output influences input. Feedback loop maintains body homeostasis. In case of negative feedback loop, a change in a given direction causes a change in the opposite direction. That means effectors they oppose the change so that the variable is pushed back toward the set point value. The goal of negative feedback loops is to stabilize the system or to counteract the stimulus. An example is thermoregulation. Now, what happens in case of negative feedback? These are the several components. This is the input or stimulus which influences the internal variable. Change in internal variable is perceived by the receptors or sensors, and this signal is then transmitted from the receptor to the control system for further analysis. The control system compares it with the set point value, and after analysis it is then conveyed to the effectors. The effectors then make necessary adjustments in opposite directions to the stimulus, thus taking back the system to the stable condition. This is the homeostasis. Okay, so in negative feedback, body homeostasis is regained. For thermoregulation, what happens? Our body tries to maintain a stable temperature. If external temperature rises, what happens? There is increased blood flow to the peripheral circulation. That is, vasodilation occurs, which help in heat loss to the environment. Sweat glands they secrete more sweat, and evaporation of sweat it causes heat loss, resulting a fall in body temperature. So there is heat lost and normal body temperature is regained. If external temperature decreases, now body temperature also falls. In that situation, what happens? There is vasoconstriction of the blood vessels. So heat is conserved in the body and sweat glands no longer secrete sweat. There is severing of the involuntary muscles generating heat. As a result, body temperature rises. So heat is retained and normal body temperature persists. So our body temperature by this mechanism, by this negative feedback mechanism, our body temperature is always stabilized. So this is a kind of negative feedback mechanism. Thank you all.